जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
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 गोपी जन
गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
गोपी जन
गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
इस्कॉन संस्थापकाचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रीमद् भागवत गीता एज इट इज की समवेत भक्त वृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the Assembly. All glories to the Assembly. All glories to the Assembly. Glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Sri Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarana Raghunathantam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Vaijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya
नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयो भगवते 35 35 so what happened to your team? We finished the service at around 1:30, 2. Then we tried, but everything was failing. So right now we are packing as well because we have service at airport. We have to leave it now. So we are trying to pack everything. So you are going now? We have to because then go. Why you are sitting here? No, it's okay. We can attend later and then. श्रीभगवानुवाच असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहं चलम् अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते श्रीभगवानुवाच असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहं चलम् अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते 6:35 श्रीभगवानुवाच असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहं चलम् अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते श्रीभगवानुवाच असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहं चलम् अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते श्रीभगवानुवाच असंशयं महाबाहो mano durnigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihate. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Asamsayam Mahabaho Mano Durnirgraham Chalam Abhyasena Tukanteya Vairagyena Chagrihate. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. The personality of Godhead said, Asangsayam, undoubtedly. Mahabaho, O mighty armed Arjuna. Manaha, the mind. Durnigraham, difficult to carve. Tanchalam, flickering. Abhyasena, by practice. To, but. Kunteya, O son of Kunti. Vairagyena, by detachment. Cha, also. Grihate, can be so controlled. Translation. Lord Sri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. Purport. The difficulty of controlling the obstinate mind as expressed by Arjuna is accepted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But at the same time, he suggests that by practice and detachment, it is possible. What is that practice? In the present age, no one can observe the strict rules and regulations of placing oneself in a sacred place, focusing the mind on the supersoul, restraining the senses and mind, observing celibacy, remaining alone, etc. By the practice of Krishna consciousness, however, one engages in 9 types of devotional service to the Lord. The first and foremost of such devotional engagements is hearing about Krishna. This is a very powerful transcendental method for purging the mind of all misgivings. The more one hearts, the more one hear about Krishna, the more one becomes enlightened and detached from everything that draws the mind away from Krishna. By detaching the mind from activities not devoid, not devoted to the Lord, one can very easily learn vairagya. Vairagya means detachment from matter and engagement of the mind in spirit. Spiritual, impersonal spiritual detachment is more difficult than attaching the mind to the activities of Krishna. This is practical because by hearing about Krishna, one becomes automatically attached to the Supreme Spirit. This attachment is called pareshanubhuti, spiritual satisfaction. It is just like the feeling of satisfaction a hungry man has for every morsel of food he eats. The more one eats while hungry, the more one feels satisfaction and strength. Similarly, by discharge of devotional service, one feels transcendental satisfaction as the mind becomes detached from material objects. It is something like curing a disease by ex- expert treatment and appropriate diet. Hearing of the transcendental activities of Lord Krishna is therefore expert treatment for the mad mind, and eating the foodstuff offered to Krishna is the appropriate diet for this suffering patient. This treatment is the process of Krishna consciousness. So, Arjuna had this doubt that Krishna, you have instructed me this process, yoga process, uh, and Arjun's point is I understand mind is the central element in the practice of yoga. But this mind is very difficult to control. So, how to go about it? Huh? So, you have to give me some solution because my mind is always turbulent. I cannot focus. And also, I don't know how to control this mind. Therefore, in response to Arjun's question, Krishna says, Asam Sayam Mahabahu. Mahabahu means here, Srila Prabhupada, he translates this Mahabahu word as mighty armed. He has a very strong arm. Okay, literally means Arjuna is a Kshatriya. He can shoot arrow, which is Gandiva bow. You cannot lift that Gandiva bow, you Kali Yuga man. You don't have that much Shakti. So his arm, he's so strong, he can string the Gandiva bow and release arrows from the bow. And also, he is Mahabahu. He is actually, as we know, Kshatriyas are the arms of the Supreme Lord. Understand? Huh? Kshatriyas are? You have heard this before? You have heard this? He has heard this. Bhagavad Gita. So Kshatriyas are the arms of the Supreme Lord. Huh? Varna Ashram Dharma. Why? He protects his devotees with his arms. How does he protect his devotees with his arms? Two ways. One way is by chastising the enemies. He will chastise the enemy. Krishna says, Pritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha duskritam. How he is going to do vinasa? Sometimes he is with his hand, right? When Trinavarta, you know this famous demon?
I need to remember the story again.
Understand Trinavarta? Trinavarta demon, he took Krishna and went up the sky. Right? Krishna was a small baby. Did he have any weapon? No weapon. So what did he do? He just, cut his neck by his hand and started pressing so hard, so strong. Even Krishna was a small baby. Trinavarta, being a demon, could not release Krishna's hand from his neck. His bahu. He's using his hand because he wanted to protect his devotees in Vrindavan. Kamsa have been strategically sending demons one after another to kill Krishna. And Krishna is the life and soul of Brajavasis. When Krishna is in trouble, Brajavasis, devotees of Krishna, are also in distressful situation. So Krishna wants to protect his devotees. So in this way, what he is doing? He is using his bahu, hands, to kill the demon sometimes. He is Mahabahu. Krishna is Mahabahu. But here Arjuna is Mahabahu. Why? He in form of Krishna's hand as Kshatriya, he is also subduing the demons. And another way, Krishna, he has a great arm. What does he do? Sometimes he will embrace his devotees, Siddham, Sudam, Vasudam, even gopis. Sometimes Krishna, he will embrace his devotees. So this is how this Bahu is great Mahabahu. And here Arjuna is Mahabahu because he is protecting Krishna's devotees. So Asam Sayam, immediately Krishna agreed. He said, yes, Arjuna, what you said, I believe. I accept this. Very difficult to control this turbulent mind. Durnigraham, chalam. Durnigraham means very, very, extremely difficult. Who has the experience? Do you have experience?
Controlling mind. We try. We try.
Is it extremely difficult or very easy for you? Extremely difficult. Durnigraham. How do you understand it is extremely difficult?
We try to control, but it's not.
You try to control. You cannot try even at this point in time.
Yes, yes.
It's not that, okay, there is one maybe, one, animal. You want to kind of, keep him under control. You are trying to catch him, something. You don't know even when mind is gone somewhere. Make sense? Immediately he's like wandering in so many different objects, so many different places going. How is it? Very difficult. You don't even realize it. Before you realize, gone already. Durnigram, chalam, very flickering. This is the example, flickering. You think I am a devotee, I want to chant nicely, I want to serve Krishna, focus. Thinking focus, already mind is gone somewhere. That's why Durnigram is very extremely difficult. So one may think, so what should we do? Extremely difficult. Prabhupada saying, hmm. Krishna first of all agreed it's very difficult to control this obstinate mind, but at the same time, he suggests that by practice and detachment it is possible. Now then, Prabhupada describes what is that practice. Uh, so, uh, no one, Prabhupada is saying, in the present age, no one can observe the strict rules and regulations of placing oneself in the sacred place. This is the kind of, this is how they practice Ashtanga Yoga. They have to go to a secluded place, sacred place, focusing the mind on the super soul, restraining the senses and mind, observing celibacy, remaining alone. Uh, so these are the process applied by the yogi. Yeah? But Prabhupada is saying it's very difficult. Uh, Therefore, he says, anyone who practices Krishna consciousness, it becomes easy. Like, for example, this celibacy. Celibacy is a big subject. Nowadays in the world, people that don't have appetite for this kind of life, but they don't know that's the best life one can enjoy. Uh, when somebody is having stamina, he actually, his body is healthy, his mind will be peaceful and happy. When body is not healthy, mind is restless. Mind is becoming very irritating. Here pain, there pain in the body, right? And how one can maintain uh, this stability of consciousness, mind, body, by preserving this vital force in the body. And this also helps one to connect oneself with the Supreme. How? You use this body to realize the Supreme Lord. When you use this body has to be first of all healthy. So this force, celibacy, helps to keep the body fit, very healthy. Then you can sit somewhere, you can immediately concentrate, focus. But in the modern society, nobody is teaching this. Therefore, everybody is going away from God consciousness, Krishna consciousness. But Prabhupada is saying by Krishna consciousness, the practice of Krishna consciousness, however, uh, when one is engaged in 9 types of devotional service to the Lord, this becomes very easy. Why? Mind sometimes is like a naughty boy. Small child always, trying to do something. Go here, go there, right? So mind is always looking for the experiences that he has got from the previous life. That impression is already there. So therefore, whenever there is an opportunity, he is running around here and there. Just like the child is given nice toy to play, he will not run around. He will stay there in one place and he will start playing. And also, very interesting, this is a very, very, very nice psychology. The children are sometimes given different types of toys. You've seen? Huh? Sometimes some toys are given, they will sit in one place, they will assemble, they'll make a house, they'll make a car, right? Why? This is how he is being trained, his mind is getting used to, this is what he will kind of, exercise. Then he'll become very expert in that field of activity. Then the inner strength is being built on the basis of playing with the toy. So mind needs some engagement. This is the point. Uh, Mind cannot remain inactive even for a moment. While you are sleeping, sometimes subconsciousness is mind is working. There is no rest for him. Like soul never goes to sleep. Does soul go to sleep? There is no sleeping for the soul. Body needs rest. Body needs to sleep. Soul is always awake, conscious. Therefore, in the spiritual world, there is no night. Huh? No night. Because everybody always serving Krishna. And no jatrasam. There is no time also. There is no time factor. So time means daytime, night time, right? There is no time. So very inconceivable to understand. But what happens? This mind is creating trouble here. So you are sleeping, but mind is not sleeping. Mind is always he's having his kind of an engagement. When the body goes to deep sleep, that is the moment you cannot experience anything because you are in very deep sleep. When you are dreaming, still mind is working. So, therefore, uh, Prabhupada is saying the first and foremost of such devotional engagements is hearing about Krishna. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena chakri. So, Abhyasa yoga means practicing sadhana bhakti. Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. What is that? Every day we have to wake up for Mangalati, we have to chant our rounds, we have to read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, we have to serve the Lord. People, this is very rough society, you see. Nowadays, nobody understands what is the difficulty. You work. Who is stopping you to work? Work, but serve Krishna at home. Go to temple. Why are you running around here and there and doing so many nonsense? It is not required. Life is becoming very harsh, very troublesome. So much of difficulties, pain, hurdles. Why one country is attacking another country? You have your place, you have your citizen, you have your food, everything. Why don't you take care of yourself? Why are you harassing others? Make sense? You imagine if everybody embrace Krishna consciousness, all citizens in the country, they will forget about enmity. They will forget about harming other person because everybody is kind of not trying to take care of themselves. And also, when people become perfectly Krishna conscious, one who is having more facilities with him, he will share with others automatically. You don't require a bank. Now what is happening? People are saving money in the bank. Those who are rich, they're just trying to kind of, have rich life, enjoying their life, and poor people are suffering. You imagine if there is no bank, so whatever is being produced here, so everything will be distributed amongst the people. Now what they are doing? This capitalists, you see, what a nasty civilization they have created. farmers, they are cultivating. Krishna is giving so much of food produce in the garden. And these people, they bring and keep it in the supermarket to sell it from artificial store. And what happens? After some time, some food items are not sold out and it is getting spoiled. Then they throw it as a garbage. You know this? Do you know this or not?
Yes.
Then tell. So why you have to do this? Other hand, some poor people are suffering. They are not getting food. If everybody was engaged, like you see, these drugs, for example, what is the need of drugs? You don't need drugs to survive. Why do you need drugs? Your body doesn't need any drugs. They're very dangerous. So they have created their needs. This is created needs. It's not required. But you imagine whatever is kind of rice, wheat, fruits, vegetables, whatever is grown, if there is kind of no storing, uh, sometimes you can keep the food item, but you can share with others. Everybody will be happily taking whatever is necessary, and then there will be plenty of food. So much food is there, people can consume. That's how it's sometimes getting wasted, right? And unnecessarily the society is suffering. So this is why Prabhupada is saying that this is the peace formula. That to become Krishna conscious, everybody will know what is the limit. Now there is no limit in material life. In material life, there is no limit for anyone. Their desire is unlimited. Asama spriha. But when they become Krishna conscious, automatically in the good association they hear about Krishna, they know Krishna is so kind, he is giving us everything. Let us even satisfied with whatever he has given me. Because ultimately I have to kind of do his bhajan. So why he will be worrying about what is happening outside, and why he will be keeping money in the bank? You don't need to keep money in the bank. You have your family member, they will take care of you. Right? This is very simple. The banking system just started recently. It was not there before. Banking was not there before. Community was living together. One community will help another community. Kshatriya community will protect Vaishya community. Vaishya community will produce food for entire community. Exchange. So anyway, the point is, we cannot stop this. The way society is moving, society will continue their way. But just people need to add Krishna consciousness. And like here we are saying, suitable practice, sadhana bhakti practice, very important. As a sadhaka, we need to know, we have to regulate our life. This is very important. Whatever we do, we have to plan everything nicely. Otherwise, we become like Karmi. Don't disturb your life. Every day, you must, like, for example, see, Krishna's creation is so perfect. You just learn from nature. Have you ever seen one day sun did not rise on time? He always wake up on time. He has his time, right? Have you seen that fruit, when it's supposed to come, it's not coming? Flower, seasonal fruit, they're coming in their season. They don't stop, right? Only human being, they create disturbance for themselves and others because lack of planning. Every day you plan, today you plan for your day tomorrow, at least one day in advance. Then what you do? You go to bed early, wake up early. Whatever you have to do, finish. And whatever you cannot do, leave it. After all, how much you can do? You can do this much. When we continuously practice Krishna consciousness on regular basis, that is a different experience altogether one gets in his life. On the other hand, when we keep on fluctuating uh, in sadhana practice, what happens? You will not enjoy Krishna consciousness as a sadhaka. That's why in the sadhana bhakti practice, regulated devotional service is very, very important. Means your life should be regulated. Eating this time, sleeping this time, doing seva this time, everything should be kind of, pakka. As I said, in Krishna's creation, you don't see anything mismanaged. Everything happening on time. There is no mismanagement. But only we create mismanagement and we invite trouble for ourselves. So bhakti, abhyasa, yoga means, who can practice bhakti? A sane man can practice bhakti. Insane man cannot practice bhakti. Means he will be disturbed all the time, distracted. You need to have sanity. You need to be peaceful. You need to learn why you exist in this world. That is practice. Huh? I'm very happy to see you all boys how Radheshyam Prabhu has trained you all. I'm very, very happy to be honest with you. How nicely you are doing this service, even in this country. It's great. But regulate your life. Don't go into bad association. This is sadhana bhakti. This is sadhana bhakti. So, Prabhupada is saying, this is a very deep, this is a very powerful transcendental method for purging the mind of all misgivings. The more he hears, uh, the more one hears about Krishna, the more one becomes enlightened and detached from everything that draws the mind away from Krishna. Now, this is another point. You see, hearing. People are hearing so many things, right? You step out from here, take the bus, people are talking, you are hearing something. Go to train, still talking. Go to market, purchase something in the supermarket, everybody is talking. Everybody, something is hearing is going on everywhere, wherever you go. Even devotees living in the temple, sometimes, they are also talking. Good thing, bad thing. Huh? Hearing is happening. But here the process, the point is, the more one hears about Krishna, the more one becomes enlightened and detached from everything. How can one, by committing to the hearing process, will be able to curb the mind? So one who is speaking, he should be pure, he should be practicing first of all. And when we hear, we should hear pure Krishna Katha. Not that in the name of Krishna Katha, we go on discussing so many worldly matters. That becomes prominent. Sometimes, as an analogy, to understand certain spiritual concepts, we can take it. But not that the entire Krishna Katha is filled with the news of the world. That is not Krishna Katha. And Krishna Katha means what is spoken by Krishna and the topic about Krishna. That is called Krishna Katha. Understand? Krishna Katha means what Krishna has spoken, that is Krishna Katha. And The topic about Krishna is also Krishna Katha. So these two things has to be the subject matter. If we hear from somebody, most of the time we are hearing other things, not about Krishna or what Krishna has spoken, then that is not Krishna Katha. Or in other words, you can say, by hearing Krishna Katha, when we are getting detached, our mind is becoming more peaceful and it is getting drawn to the lotus feet of Krishna, then we should know that our Krishna Katha hearing is successful. On the other hand, if we are not getting detached, mind is not going to Krishna, then our so-called hearing Krishna Katha is just a show. People are doing that actually. Therefore, to hear about Krishna or what Krishna has spoken, we have to follow the acharyas. Otherwise, what will happen? For the name's sake, they will be speaking Krishna Katha, and behind they will have desire for name, fame, adoration, prestige. And other people also will not get benefit from such kind of person. That's why we have to be truthful. Truthful means what is inside, that is outside. But those who give plastic smile, you should know that they have some bad intent inside, but externally they are looking like they are very happy, friendly to you. No. Devotee means inside and outside the same. But you have to be a little careful, because when you are living in the world of cheaters, we have to be very careful. Uh, so, Vairagya. By detaching the mind from activities not devoted to Krishna, one can very easily learn Vairagya. Vairagya means detachment from matter and engagement of the mind in spirit. Jnanis, they try to detach mind from material activities, material objects. But that is not enough. That is not detachment. Mind needs some engagement. You detach it from matter and engage it in spirit. Spirit means Krishna consciousness. Like yesterday we had this program, you all came, whole day we were serving. That's so nice. This is attaching with spirit. Whereas we saw same place, some people are eating meat, some people are selling meat. Both of them are going to go to hell. Whereas you devotees, you are same place, you are chanting Krishna's name, you are distributing books, engaging people in Harinam. This is detachment. Hmm? Impersonal spiritual detachment is more difficult than attaching the mind to the activities of Krishna. There are some jnanis who try to meditate on the Brahman. Hmm? That's a very difficult process. Klesho dikatarasti sam advyakta sakta chetasam. When we hear about Krishna, one becomes automatically attached to the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Because when we hear about his wonderful qualities. Our Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. He always takes care of his devotees. This one thing, if we remember, whatever happens to me in my life, I don't bother. But I know Krishna is there, he is my protector. Sometimes it might be a little difficult for the grahasthas because they have house, children, they have to think about it. But brahmachari sannyasi, they should not bother about anything. They should have full faith in Krishna and fully surrender. And once you are taken care by Krishna, your life is successful. Krishna is taking care of everybody. Some people he is taking care indirectly, and some others he will take directly. So if you want Krishna to get directly involved in your life, then what do? You give up your pretension. Be very simple. Pretension. Don't become pretentious. You know pretentious. Yes. External something, internal something else. That is pretentious approach. You don't become a double man. One is original person and the one is duplicate person. That is what is happening. Right? No. So, when one, see, this is the glory of pure devotional service. What is the glory of pure devotional service? Listen carefully. Kapil Dev is saying, Nigirnam analojatha. When you eat certain food stuff, what is happening? After you eat, do you do anything to digest your food? You don't do anything. There is digestive fire in the body. What the body is digesting? Waste product it is digesting. Huh? Waste product, then it is coming out of the body. And what nutrition's body requires, it automatically getting absorbed. Similarly, when we practice pure devotional service, anya vilasita sunyam jnana karma dhyanabritam anukulyena krishnam shiranam bhakti uttama. This is pure devotional practice. No other desire than just serving Krishna. When we serve Krishna without expecting anything in return in this world or to become happy in the material platform, even in the spiritual platform also, we don't bother. They're saying, Anya vilas dasunam, jnana karmadhyanabritam. And Krishna, like yesterday we went, Rathayatra, we had so much flower, right? We're giving Krishna, Jagannath. So what happens? When we serve him, he is actually making things happen. What happens? Pure devotional practice. It says, just like waste product is coming out of the body and nutrition is automatically getting absorbed. Similarly, when you practice pure devotional service, all these troubles in life, they will automatically disappear. And you will also get nourishment in your Krishna consciousness. Without you knowing the waste product is coming out of your body, the process is running. Similarly, pure devotional practice is so powerful. But what happens? We don't practice pure devotional service. We practice mixed bhakti because we have got a lot of desires. We keep on mixing it. That is the problem. Therefore, this mind, this, that, whatever problem is coming because we have created a mixed practice of devotional service. But in pure form, it is very potent, very practical. So in that way, Prabhupada is saying, it is something like curing the disease. It is something like curing the disease by expert treatment and appropriate diet. What is expert treatment? Krishna conscious practices are expert treatment. And what is diet? Diet is that prasadam. no. Diet is prasadam. Krishna Katha is expert treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Krishna Katha is expert treatment.
sir.
Why? You hear about Krishna pastime in Vrindavan, in the forest, how he is, you know, taking care of even the birds, beasts, cow. You hear about his dealings with his friends in Vrindavan, right? And you also hear about how Krishna's father and mother Nanda Yashoda, they take care of Krishna, his relationship with the gopis. So in different modes, when we serve Krishna, we become engaged in Krishna service. One day, one of the modes will become very prominent. And then you serve with that mode. That will be perfection. Hmm? So, hear about Krishna's transcendental activities. Uh,
What is the diet? Prabhuji? Diet is spiritual nourishment.
Krishna Prasadam.
Oh, Krishna Prasad. Oh, okay. You mean
Ah, ah, you? I said no. Ah. Treatment is hearing Krishna Gatha, serving Krishna. That is treatment. What is happening? We have become rheumatic patient. You know rheumatic patient? They have pain in the joints. And the physiotherapist will say, you go to the machine, do the physiotherapy. Right?
He will guide us through the process.
Huh?
Like he will guide us through the process.
Who?
The physiotherapy. Like
Yeah, yeah. So he will tell, no, you have to do some therapy, exercise. So similarly, this entire body should be engaged in exercise of devotional service. Mind is thinking about Krishna, planning about serving Krishna, decorating Krishna's temple, constructing the world. Always mind is thinking. With hand, now you are working. With leg, you have to walk. Everything is engaged. That is physiotherapy. That crippledness will automatically be healed when the body is engaged in Krishna service. Huh? This treatment is the process of Krishna consciousness. Any question or comment? Hmm? Huh. You have to make your plan. Making plan means you know you have a family, so you have to take care of them, maintain them. Ah, they're big disease. They want you to just feed them. Work hard like a gadha and feed your family. They want to enjoy their life. Ah. The whole world is kind of not spoiled. This is how. They want you to work like an ass, but they don't want to become Krishna conscious. Why you are earning for them? Because you want to make them Krishna. Not that you want to, help them to commit more sin. You earn, then send, they will eat meat.
when we are stopping them, then they are talking too much things. Do this, do this.
Ah.
What is your responsibility?
My responsibility to make you Krishna, you tell them. You say, my responsibility is to earn and help you to become Krishna conscious. Whatever I am earning with that, I have to make you Krishna. This is my responsibility. This is not my responsibility that I earn, then I give you something, then you eat and go to hell, making my life difficult.
saying many type of examples. Yeah, we are now in last 2 years in Krishna consciousness. Now we are thinking about this and we are forgetting us and we are not good now.
हाँ ठीक है, आई एम नॉट गुड, आप तो करना है करो.
And we are now.
No, no, you see, Krishna, family life is very simple. Every day you go to work, you get whatever, then you serve Krishna. Means with your wife, children, you should wake up early in the morning. You should do Mangalarti, you chant sitting together. Then children can go to school. Wife will be taking care of household duty. Noon time again, she should cook and offer to Krishna. Then she should serve everybody. If not, then you have taken the prasadam to the office. Then evening time, everybody comes back. Children comes back from school. You come back from office. Wife is there. Everybody again gather together to do arati, kirtan, then read something, then go to sleep. Then,
Parents, they don't want.
huh?
Our parents, they don't want.
No, this is what you have to do. You say, this is what I have to do. There's no question of what you want, then you ask them. You know this? If you are not serving the Lord, then by engaging in other activities, you're going to suffer. They're bringing suffering. Why should we suffer? We know that this is a suffering, then why should we go in that direction?
Yeah, it's not easy to convey that.
No, you have to tell them.
Parents, they don't want to listen from us.
Parents sometimes difficult. You do parents different thing. You have to take care of them. But at the same time, you said no family. Family life means your wife, your children. They are the immediate family members.
Yeah.
So you have to ensure that they become Krishna
Yeah,
conscious. Then okay, father, mother, I would say
brother, sister.
sometimes tolerate them and see what you can best help them.
Now I have many differences to my sister, my brother.
Yeah, this is not new. This is everywhere is happening. Don't worry about so much. Adjust, talk to them nicely, but you should continue your Krishna consciousness. You don't compromise.
Yeah.
They are in ignorance. What to do?
Now you are saying, you are forgetting us. Now you are changing yourself.
ठीक
Now you are selfless. Many things.
ठीक है बोलने दो. So entire team, what happened to Ananta?
He already left yesterday. He didn't came immediately.
अच्छा.
Yes, he left because they all are cooking right now.
Oh.
They already started.
Oh, you three are here.
Yes, because we all had to wind up everything. That's why we came.
Huh?
Four, only
Oh,
four.
four. Okay. Yeah, we have to wind up then go.
Yes.
Prabhuji, you also want to come there?
Yeah, I am coming.
Yes, we can go to there. Yes, please.
Prabhuji, how are you visiting? Like what is 40 minutes?
One devotee is coming to pick me up from here.
Okay, one devotee is coming.
Coming. Yesterday that was the arrangement.
My
Right.
pleasure.
Yeah. You drive me to Goloka Vrindavan.
It's the other way around. You have to drive us to if you will think like this, then we have to think, right place.
You drive me to, not in this material world, drive me to Goloka Vrindavan.
But he can drive with the open bus down.
Yes, my capacity is this.
Okay.
Probably, and I had one question like how being a student
Huh.
can become Krishna consciousness.
Very simple. See, student life is very easy. Student life is brahmachari life actually. You remain brahmachari, you go to school, whatever you have to do, you do your study, but make a plan. Don't go so much, behind this, developing a big career, big money, big house, big car, going to this country, going to that country, changing job one after another, again, adding to your career so that you can earn more money. Don't do this. What you do? Well, if I have to become a grahastha, then I need to have my family, I have to take care of them. So you need some income. Income should be, you should be, regularly maintained, not a very opulent life. If Krishna allows you, if it is written in your life automatically it will become, it will come. You will become rich. But don't desire to become a very rich man. That's a disease in Indians. Mostly Indians, this is a very, very, very terrible disease Indians have. You define your needs. I'll have this house because I cannot afford to have a big bungalow. Because rest of my life will be gone, just paying the rent or paying the mortgage. And then you earn something so that your need is identified, then you have some extra time to practice Krishna consciousness. Means every day you should wake up early. Before you start your studying, first thing you do is you chant few rounds first. Then you study. Then you go to school. Whatever home task is there, do it, and then again you have to chant. But the problem is sometimes, oh, there is too much study pressure, we don't have time. But you should know, if you chant, you practice devotional service, you can learn many things in a very short time. You'll find your time is surplus. On the other hand, those who don't chant, those who don't eat Krishna Prasadam, for them it will become a very mountain, heavy mountain. So much of study pressure. I cannot complete everything. How can I chant? There's no time. No. When you chant, your intelligence will improve. Then you can learn this material subject in a very short time. Again, you will find more free time is there. This is the secret of Krishna consciousness. So, as a student, you should not neglect your Krishna consciousness. When you are not neglecting, then you will see your life is kind of, flying very easily.
And like one issue, like what I'm facing, like I have to, my master is about to complete, so like I have to prepare for like to take up a job and then learn language. Then also there is like studies and lots of exams coming by. So like there's lot of things coming together.
No,
Like
you don't
one,
do together. You have to plan, and that's what I'm saying. What is most essential, urgent? What is important? Important thing can be done afterwards. The most urgent is to be attended now. So you have to prioritize things in your life. Which one we should do now first, then which one can wait. Otherwise, if you try to do everything at a time, there is only 24 hours for you. You cannot do many things. And also you have to define what you want to kind of learn, how much you want to spend on what areas of your life. Therefore, you need to have a counselor to kind of discuss with him in detail. Okay, this is my life, this is what I'm thinking, this is what my future would be in my estimation, but how to kind of navigate my life. Then you have to make a life plan. It's easy, very easy. We have to discuss with some senior devotee who can guide you. Then you have to follow the map, road map. You have to prepare a road map. See, syllabus is there in the school, right? You tell me, you are, in plus 2 or plus 3 when you are studying, what happened? First year you have certain courses. Second year, same book but little different programs, right? If there is no defined program, then what will happen? When to read what you don't know. You understand? In 2 years course period, certain curriculum you finish in the first semester, then second semester, then third semester, then fourth semester. Right? If it was not defined like that, how you will complete the course? So your life is different, made up of different semesters. So you have to define your program accordingly. What you are going to do in the first, second, third, like that. So that requires some counseling. One who is expert, they can help you. You need to talk to a good spiritual leader. He knows about it, and then you sit with him, then make some planning. That is also required. And at the same time, sadhana, bhakti, chanting, hearing about Krishna should also continue.
Can you please add some more points on sleeping early, eating less in night, and waking up very early in the morning? Because as a student, it is the most important.
Already you have said, yeah, this is the most important thing you should do. But what that's what I'm saying, this all about regulation. Life is all about regulation. Nobody wants to lead a regulated life. Every day going to bed at the same time. By 8 o'clock, everybody should go to sleep. Maximum. Then 2:30, 3 o'clock, you can wake up very easily. You have enough time. You take bath, then chant. By the time you go to work, already your chanting is complete. Or you start your study, complete is also chanting is also complete. Brahma Muhurta time, you wake up, chant first. If you eat late at night, go to bed late at night, everything will get spoiled. Because of the regulation. See, if you don't regulate, that's a problem. You have to regulate your life.
So
I don't like irregulated life actually. Sometimes when we are traveling, people force us to go through kind of haphazard life schedule, which is very difficult. That's why sometimes I feel very much disturbed. I don't like it actually. I like you do things on time because we are sadhaka. Sadhaka means everything has to be on time, regulated. You plan. If more manpower required, engage more manpower. If not more manpower is available, whatever you can do, just do that much. Don't go out of the schedule. Then you cannot be peaceful in Krishna consciousness. You cannot practice. If you don't practice, then you are disturbed, distracted. Why you miss Mangalarti? Because you are sleeping late at night. Why you are sleeping late at night? Because you don't know, we didn't plan properly. You plan. This time it should start, this time it should end, then this time I should be kind of doing my, because whatever we are doing, you try to understand to support bhakti. If bhakti is not supported, then whatever we are doing, what is the use of doing these things? In family life, you do everything for what? To make them Krishna conscious. If that is not happening, then what is the use of working, earning money, having a good life in the material plane? Do you understand? That's why you need somebody who can, guide you, tell you this, and you ask like this, you ask question, and you have to make solid plan. That's it. Solid planning is very, very important. That is what we are doing in our school. I tell them to write a life plan. Those entering Grahastha Ashram, write a life plan. How this year I am entering Grahastha Ashram. This is how I will continue. This is my income. I mean, to say some idea has to be there. Otherwise, what is happening? There is no boundary. Keep on just adding. What is this? This is life? This is life. This is human.
we also have limitations to enjoy. We cannot enjoy unlimitedly.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we are doing something like night time, our mind saying, I have to finish it. Even that work is not important. We can do it for.
So then that's the plan. That's what I'm saying. You need a guide.
Yeah.
Talk to guide. This is then you guide will tell you. No, these are not important. You could do it next day. Lot of things are there. Anyway, you need to discuss with the your spiritual guide. That's why Guru is there. Why Guru you are accepting Guru? What is Guru's duty? Guru's duty is to guide you, regulate your life in bhakti. Shiksha Guru, Diksha Gurus are there. Okay. Yeah, we'll conclude here. Yeah.
Should we check on Zoom like if anyone has?
Is there anyone? Nobody is there.
I don't know how to.
It's YouTube.
It's YouTube or something. Oh yes, it's YouTube. Oh wait. Still going on.
Oh, it's
But how do we know the comments and everything? No comments.
Is there anyone?
I don't know. I have never.
No one is there.
No, it was cool.
Okay. Hare
Now
Krishna.
it's no.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Ananta koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. I'm leaving today. I'll leave around 12. See, Krishna is so merciful. Yesterday he gave a nice weather for us.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, bro. The day before this, it was so bad, and I was praying. Oh, like, because you know,
It was raining so much and stagnation.